Hey, what's up guys? Hope everyone's doing good. You know, the older I get, the more I realize I start to say a lot less. And it's not that I dislike talking, I just hate wasting words. And small talk is probably what I hate the most. Actions will always speak louder than words. I've come to learn that people who always talk about themselves, what they're doing, what they're going to do, are the people who are usually the most insecure, and people that live by the expectations and for the validation of others. It's essentially why so many people try to be pretentious when talking about themselves or what they do. Because people get caught up with proving others wrong rather than proving themselves right. Talking about things are worthless, and so are having ideas. Everyone talks about what they're doing, everyone's got ideas. They don't mean anything. Actions will always matter more than words or thoughts in that aspect. I like to move in silence and violence. Violence meaning relentless and aggressive pursuit towards what you want to do. So here's a few reasons as to why moving in silence is always better. The first is the illusion of a social reality. When you talk about a goal or whatever it is you're doing or planning on doing, this subconsciously tricks your brain into thinking you've already done it. It doesn't sound like it makes sense, but when you think about it, I'm sure you've experienced this. You talked about something in the future and in your mind you're already a step closer and pretty much there. And that good feeling you get from talking about it makes you less inclined to act on it. I think it's called the intention-behavior gap, in which there's a disassociation between your intention and your actions. There's a positive feeling that gets triggered whenever you talk about what you're going to do. But again, it's a false sense of security. Thinking about doing something and actually doing it is what causes this intention-behavior gap. A part of what drives us as human beings is the illusion of fear. I say illusion because fears are illusions. It's all perception and how we perceive things. Some would actually argue that fear and uncertainty and unknown is the greatest motivators for humans. Cause in a sense it taps us into a more primal fight or flight mode. Some would argue that all three are facets of the same thing. When you talk about something that you're going to do, you already have that good feeling as if you did anything, and this takes that motivator away. The second reason is energy. This is kind of a sad reality, but hardly anyone truly wants to see someone else doing better than them, even if they're your supposed friend. It's a little bit of jealousy, but 90% always insecurity. And again, I've talked about this before, but it's because we live in this selfish culture where everyone wants to come up for themselves. And yes, again, this is because of social media, but no one can ever just shut up and focus on themselves and not care about what someone else is doing. Like, even though this is 100% the best approach, hardly anyone takes it. This is when you're the happiest, not comparing yourself, which translates to more success as it pertains to your goals. Because you're not focused on anyone else. And you realize that someone else's success or lack thereof has absolutely nothing to do with you. You get fulfillment, peace of mind, and it's good energy. So when you talk about what you're doing, what you're going to do, you're also putting that energy out there. And I know everyone's experienced this before at least once, where you talk about something you want to do and the people around you give you negative or weird energy about it. And if you're someone who doesn't have much resolve or confidence, you're going to let that negative energy affect you. And you're going to doubt yourself and you begin to move with hesitation instead of resolve and conviction. Bro, if people aren't behind you, just drop them or don't take them serious. You gotta believe in yourself more than anyone else can or will. The third reason is others' expectations or validations. A lot of people say that you should tell people your goals because they keep you accountable. I disagree. I think if you can't keep yourself accountable towards your goals or what you want to do, you aren't going to achieve them anyways. And when you tell other people what you're doing or your goals or whatever, you're also conditioning yourself to live accordingly to the expectations of others. The main reason why people want to tell others what they're doing to the world and social media stems from wanting to seek validation and approval. And this takes away the authenticity of living out your life for what you want to do for yourself. You shouldn't feel the need to tell others every aspect of your life or what you're going to do or what you want to do, in order to feel like you're on the right path or doing the right thing, or even to feel worthy or seen. And on top of that, you absorb too much unnecessary energy which takes you away and distracts you from what you want to do. And what I mean is, you begin to care too much about what others think as it pertains to what you're doing or your goals, and then you begin to get in your own head about it. Why does the world need to know about what you're doing or what you want to do or your goals if you're doing what you want for you? Unless you're not. And I honestly think that's the root of a lot of it, is that people aren't actually doing things because they want to or for their own sake or purpose or fulfillment. A lot of people's actions are governed by the perception of others. The less time you spend talking, the more time you spend doing. The more you talk about it, the less of it you are. I truly believe that silently committing yourself has a greater overall effect than sharing what you want to do with the world. And moving in silence doesn't mean you should never get help from others, or that you have to work on everything alone, or that you can't trust anyone. Moving in silence is really just having the confidence, resolve, and conviction, and belief in yourself as it pertains to the things you set for yourself. And that you don't need validation from anyone so that you have no need to tell the world anything. Actions will always speak louder than words. So let your actions and what you do be driven by your resolve. And whatever it is you want to do, rather than talking about it, just be about it. And it doesn't matter what it is. And be aggressive and relentless towards that pursuit. I mean, I don't know, maybe some people move different. But yeah, I truly believe that moving in silence is always better. Anyways, if you liked the video, leave a like, comment, or sub. With that said, thanks for listening, always stay true, and I'll talk to you real soon. Peace.